So I just got this delivered today. I did open it to see what was in it. This is a trim panel kit. I ordered this last night. It wasn't supposed to be here till tomorrow, but it showed up today. So I just wanted to go over the couple things that are in it, show you why I bought it. So this is a, I don't even know how to say that, Poraxy trim panel kit. There's part number there. I don't know if it's focusing in on that or not. So I got this on Amazon, and the reason I bought this, I have to do the drive belt and the accessory belt on my Duramax. It's got 100,000 miles on it, and when I called the dealership, they wanted 2.5 hours labor just to replace the belts. So it looks like I'm doing it myself. I also didn't realize they switched to a 2-belt system, so I have to take the fan off of it to get the belts on, because the drive belt's only like this big, maybe like that, but either way, so it doesn't fit around the fan. So in order to get the fan off, you have to take the shroud, which is 2 bolts on the top, and then on the bottom there's 4 of those little like push pins where you got to pop the center out and then pull the pin out. And being that they're going to be an arm's length down into my engine compartment, I didn't want to mess around like I normally do with like screwdrivers or picks trying to pull them off. So I wanted a tool to remove them, and this is hopefully going to fit the bill. So the case is pretty nice, actually. It's like a nylon, stitching's pretty nice. I mean, it holds them. So we're going to go over what's inside. They come in 3 different colors: blue, red, or yellow. And so this is what the kit looks like on the inside. And I'm going to start out first with the reason that I bought these is for these clip pullers. There are some bad reviews on Amazon for this kit, and I see so the bad reviews with the pictures. I don't know what they were doing with it, but I've found a lot of times on Amazon that you just can't go by the bad reviews, because people do things with stuff that's not meant to be. But anyways, so I bought it for this, so I can get down in there. I mean, this is pretty thin, sharp edge, so you're supposed to be able to slide this and then pull the center out, and then this holds it in place. So you pop that out, and then you can just grab the pin and pull it out. So I seen they had just these on there. They were like, I don't know, 18 bucks, 17 bucks, like $16.99 for it. Basically, it's the same. The picture looked identical to this that was on there. They had more expensive ones that like actually like go down in and grab it and pull it up. You know, those were like 30 bucks, but for what I'm going to use it for, hopefully this is going to work. I mean, it feels pretty nice. I mean, the handle's definitely kind of chintzy. You can kind of feel it's not real thick. You can see, I don't know if it's picking that up or not, but you can see it's not very thick there. But, you know, this part that's twisted that goes underneath it, that's pretty thick into the rivets with the spring. Spring's pretty nice. Nice rubber grip handles. But hopefully it's going to do what I need it to do. So this is what I bought, the clip removal tool. So it came with a whole bunch of stuff, and I have what they're calling them here. I don't know what you would do with some of this. I'm sure I'll figure it out. So the first thing we'll take a look at is they're calling this the panel remover. So this would be for like inside for your dashboard, which would have been useful a couple weeks ago. I put in the start destabilizer in my Tahoe, and you have to take the driver's side, like the one little panel apart to plug it in. And I was messing around with this chintzy one that came with a one of my dash cams, which, I mean, it works all right, but it, you know, this tip is, I have 2 of these. The other one I destroyed, so this is the other one I didn't destroy. But so they're calling this just a panel remover. It's got a sharp edge on it, kind of points upward. This one's thinner. to get into places. This is 8 inches long, and it's actually, I mean, this has some give to it, so you'd be able to like spring it in right behind something to pop it out. So that's actually pretty decent. And like, so I was looking, the reason I bought this one is because at Harbor Freight they have a set that has like 1, 2, like 4 or 5 of these, and that's like $9. This whole kit was on sale for $17.99, and I pretty much bought it just for this. Well, and obviously, hopefully these are going to be good too. But so that's the first one, and then they're just calling this the Sharp Panel Remover. It's actually a pretty sharp point on it. It's got a nice little handle. This one's definitely more flimsy. I mean, I'm not sure what you'd use it for, but if you got into a situation taking something apart in your vehicle and you needed something that looked like that, I got one of those. So this is the other one. This is just under 8 inches. This is like 7 3/4 of an inch. And then they got the straight panel remover. Obviously, like you can see, this one's got a little bit of a curve to it. This has a beveled edge. This one's actually real thick, so you can really put some pressure on this without worrying about popping it or breaking it. Kind of a little beveled edge. I mean, it's not like sharp. It's not like a great point that's going to get right in behind something, but I mean, if you could, work it loose and then slide this one in behind it to pop it out, like that would work pretty good. And I mean, I'm putting a lot of pressure on it, so I don't think it would just snap. So that they're calling the straight panel remover. And then let's see, this is the flat clip panel remover. Again, this is just under 8 inches. So that one's 8.07 inches. These 3 are 7.8 inches. So this one's got the little rocking action on it. So when you're getting down like in your floorboards or something, where you can slide this underneath there and rock it back to pop it out. And it's got a pretty decent handle on it. It's pretty stout. I mean, it ain't moving, so I'm putting a lot of pressure on it, so that's nice. So you don't have to pull up on it. If you're getting into a tight spot, you can get it in there and then rock it out. This would probably work good for like those Christmas tree ones that they use up underneath the dash to hold wires in, to slide this up in there and be able to leverage it out. So again, they're calling the flat clip panel remover. And then let's see this. Well, what's the next one? They got the upholstery remover. This is the upholstery clip remover. So this is probably for getting up underneath your seats. Like if you have a worn out seat, you need to replace like, the base of the seat, like the leather or the fabric, or if you're having a sensor, I guess, in the seat, like the airbag sensor or something. And this is pretty thick. I mean, so you could really reef down on this and you ain't got to worry about this breaking. And this is 7.5 inches long. So still a pretty good reach to get up underneath it. Like I know on my older truck, when I replaced just the bottom seat on the driver's side because that wears out, you got to pull it down tight, and then it usually, like, the pins go up through the bottom of the seat, so you got to kind of reach in there to pop them out to get that cover off. So that would actually come in handy, because I've always fought to get them out. Let's see, this one is your remover narrow type. So it gives you 2 ends on it. So you got your hook end to get in to pry something up, and again you got this to get in. So this would probably be good for like your kick panel, like if you got to put wires in there or something. And like on the Chevys, they come out pretty easy, but you'd be able to get this in there and pop it up where the metal clips are that go into the frame of the truck. Or if you're getting in underneath where the kick panel is on the dashboard, to pop that piece out. So actually when I put my stereos in the 2 trucks, that actually would have come in handy. And this is about 6.5 inches long, from here to there. And again, it's pretty thick. And these are definitely thicker than the ones that I've seen at Harbor Freight, because I've picked them up at Harbor Freight. I can't even tell you how many times, and I've ended up just setting them back down because I just didn't think that they would last. What do we got? This next one. So this is just a handy remover. Again, this is 6.6 inches long. It basically looks like a mini pry bar, like you would use whacking with a hammer, like the big metal ones. So, I mean, that's, again, getting out a little shallow clip. This gives you more of a leverage to yank that sucker out. So I think this would be really good for the Christmas tree ones, because those are really hard to pop out. And again, getting in under something and prying up, you know, on it like this would definitely, so they would definitely come in handy. And it's tapered pretty good, so you'll be able to wedge it in to get, you know, do what you got to do. Let's see, the next one is, this is the angled clip panel remover. So I guess this would probably be good for like your door panels. You know, when you feel around the side of the door to see where the panels are, that would go, you know, it's not like sharp, so that would slide in on the paint where the little trees are to pop your door panel off. Then you can slide it down. So it's got a nice, actually pretty nice handle on it. It's got a little end, so you ain't got to worry about it coming out of your hand. That's a nice little pry tool too. And again, that's pretty thick. I tell you, for 18 bucks, I'm pretty impressed with this. But I only bought it for that, but the rest of these, hell, you know, it's going to work great. This is a clip panel remover. This is 7.8 inches long. I honestly have no idea what this would be for. I mean, that's tapered, so it's got like a, you know, nice little wedge to it. I mean, this would be good to get into. Sorry, the heater was about to turn on. This would be good to get into, to, I guess, tight spots if you got to work it in there and shove it into a tree clip or something to get that out. I'm not exactly sure what that would be used for. They're just calling it a clip panel remover. So you get one of those. This one would be meant for the engine bay. This is a pulley type remover. This is 6.6 inches. So this would be good getting down into an engine compartment, like if you got to pull like a wire harness out, where you can get on it and, you know, be able to yank on it to get it out, instead of, you know, if you get in there with your hand, you ain't got enough room to really pull on it, or if you do, you're going to whack your knuckles or lose skin. This is nice because you can get this sucker right in there around it and give it a pull. So that actually will probably come in pretty handy. And again, it's pretty thick. This one's got some give to it, so I think it'll be more like a spring action to pop those tree clips out. And then this one they're calling the remover wide type. This is 6.2 inches. It's a pretty sharp end on it. It's beveled, so you slide it into whatever you need to get it into. And then again, the hook end on it is beveled too. So I mean, this would probably be good for actually doing the kick panels as well, or the, you know, the side panels when you get in where the wire harnesses run, or getting up underneath your headliner to kind of pull that down to tuck wires up for a dash cam or something. So I'm sure I'll figure out something to use this for. And then this is the short clip release tool. This one is 8.6 inches long. It's actually got, it's pretty good angle, give you some good leverage. It seems pretty decent metal. This is definitely thin here, so I don't know, some of those harder, the bigger tree, I mean, that might bend that down. I mean, maybe not. I mean, the finish on it's pretty decent. I don't know if you can see, like, it's kind of a crude finish, but you know, the paint, it's smooth, it's not sharp. You know, I mean, that's definitely got a good point to it, but, and you know, and it's pretty thin. I don't know if the camera's picking that up or not, but get in those little clips that you can reach to pop those off. I mean, the handle, it's, you know, cheap handle. It's pretty comfortable. I mean, if you like this style handle, but so yeah, what do we say? That was 8.6 inches. Now this one I seen on there, there's a couple reviews that the people put on there where this one was bent. This is pretty thick, and even the end here, I mean it tapers down pretty good right here at the end, but this thing, it's pretty thick, you know, and it's heavy. It's not, it doesn't feel like it's cheap metal. Again, the finish on it isn't great. You can see all the like pitting in it, so not great, and it's, I'm gonna have to take a file to that because it's got a little bit of a burr there. So if you tried sliding in your door panel, you're definitely scratching up the paint on the door. But the one I seen, the guy, it was bent down and the handle was broke. I think he was using it as a pry bar for something he wasn't supposed to be, because I got this one here. This I think came from either Advanced Auto or maybe AutoZone. And this one sucks, and I bought it because I needed it to get a door panel off. And I mean, I've used it, it's been well loved. It's got the dual, so you can get the big ones and the smaller tree clips off, you know, and it's thicker, it's more stout, so this one gets the tree clips off good, but it doesn't really give you a good, like a good pull, you know. So it only gets the tree out about halfway, and then you got to finish with your hand or a pair of vice grips or something. And I absolutely hate this one. But I mean, thickness wise, I mean, yeah, that's round, this is square, but I mean, it's about the same. I mean, you know, it's got a better handle on it than this one, but you know, the head on it's thinner, so you can get into better spots. This one, the head's real, or the end's real thick on it. This one, it's kind of tapered, so you can really bite into something and then get it slid underneath it. But I don't see any problem with this one. And this one's coming in at just under 11.5 inches. 11.4 inches is what they have this listed at on their website. And then they give you a couple other little metal tools here. I mean, these are just little stamped pot metal. I don't even know like what. I mean, I guess if you have an older sports car or some kind of classic car, these are for getting your radio out of the vehicle. So when I was younger, in the 90s, early 2000s, you know, the radios weren't integrated. You could take the factory radio out, put an installation kit and an aftermarket radio in, and the aftermarket radio had the metal cage that you know, they had these little clips you bent into the installation kit, installed it, and then the whole radio head slid in there and it clicked in. So to get that back out, you needed a set of these, which usually comes with the radio. And these would slide on the left and right side. You grab the radio and then you pull it out. So these like would release the radio. So I mean, that kind of sucks that they consider this, or they're calling this part of your kit. You know, this is definitely one of the pieces of the kit, but I'm sure you can find something else to use those for. So it gives you two of those. And these actually would have come in handy. One of the stereos I bought for my truck, the aftermarket sub for the Tahoe, it came with, the pins were already in the clip and you had to pass them through the firewall. Well, unless you're going to drill a hole in your firewall, the access hole is probably only about this big to slide the wire through. And the connector pin was like this. So I had to sit there with my pick, and you really need like 3 hands to do it. So I had to push it in there to release the clip and have someone pull the wire out. It was just a pain in the butt. But with this, it gives you 3 different sizes. I don't know if you can see that. And again, this is just pot metal, so if you're not careful, you're just gonna destroy these. I mean, it's really, really super thin. You know, I could bend this, you know, probably crumple it into a ball like tin foil. But either way, so it gives you the small, medium, and large to get up into the connector to release that little pin in there so you can pull the wire out of it. So if you have to diagnose something, instead of probing the wire and chancing breaking something, you can actually pull the wire right out of the harness. Or like I had to do, pull the wires out to get them passed through the firewall and then clip them all back in. So it gives you 3 of those. So I mean, it's decent to have. But yeah, so that's the brand. This is the case that they give you. It's a decent case. You know, it feels like it's just like a hard piece of plastic or something in here. I mean, it's not like soft or anything like that, but just to throw them all in and keep them together, it's a decent case. So I mean, for 18 bucks, honestly, and you know, they had a coupon on there. It was like $2 off, one of the instant save coupons where you click it when you add it to the cart. But I mean, if this ends up sucking and I end up breaking these like the other review on Amazon's website, shows, then I'll probably come on here with another review and tell you this sucks and I sent it back. But these are all the tools they give you, and I mean, these are pretty stout. They're definitely thicker and feel better than the ones at Harbor Freight, which, you know, Harbor Freight, a lot of their stuff is hit or miss. If you have a coupon and you only need it once and you don't care that it's probably not going to work again, then Harbor Freight it up. But if you want something decent that's going to outlast you, I would definitely look into getting one of these. But yeah, thanks for watching.